The night stretched over Njoro, vast and endless, with the stars watching like silent guardians. A peaceful village nestled in the heart of the savannah, where the rhythm of life followed the rising and setting of the sun. But beneath that tranquil sky, a mystery had taken root, one that threatened the livelihood of the villagers and filled their hearts with fear.
Will rise under the stars of the endless skies. The shadow.
For weeks now, cattle had been disappearing, vanishing without a trace. No broken fences, no footprints in the dirt, no signs of struggle. The disappearances defied logic, leaving only questions in their wake. The villagers whispered in hushed voices, speaking of spirits that roamed the land, of old curses returning to punish the living. Fear crept into their hearts, as insidious as the night itself. Among those troubled was Elder Jabali, the village's most respected elder. He stood before his people one evening, his brow furrowed with deep concern. "This is not the work of men," he declared. "No thief could take so many cattle without leaving a single sign. This is something beyond us. We must seek the wisdom of the ancestors before all is lost." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the crowd. But not everyone believed in curses. Not everyone believed in spirits. One man saw past the fear and into the shadows where the truth often lay hidden. His name was Kwame, but the villagers knew him by another name: the Shadow. As the village slept, the Shadow prepared to uncover the truth. Dressed in black, he moved like a whisper through the darkness, a ghost among shadows. He perched near the cattle pens, his sharp eyes scanning every corner, every movement, every shift in the wind. He listened not just to what could be heard, but to what was missing, the sounds that should have been there but weren't. And then, a sound, barely perceptible, yet unmistakable. Something below the earth. Something hidden. The Shadow knelt, his fingers brushing over the dry ground. He tapped lightly, once, twice, until his trained ears caught the difference. A hollow knock. Not spirits, tunnels, he murmured to himself. Digging swiftly but silently, he uncovered a hidden trapdoor, buried beneath the very soil the villagers walked upon every day. A secret entrance leading down into the unknown. With steady breath, the Shadow descended into darkness, his senses heightened. The tunnel stretched deep beneath Njoro, winding like a serpent's path. The walls were reinforced with wood, solid, and expertly built. This was no haphazard tunnel. It had been planned, constructed, used. And there, at the far end of the passage, he saw them. Thieves, smugglers, men who had used fear to cover their crimes. They moved the stolen cattle through the tunnels, guiding them deeper into the underground network. Their voices were hushed, but the shadow heard everything. Keep moving. The boss wants the herd across the border by sunrise, one thief muttered. Another chuckled. These fools think it's a curse. This is too easy. The shadow's fists clenched. These were no spirits. These were no ghosts. These were cowards who preyed on fear. And they would steal from Joro no more. Before the thieves could react, darkness descended upon them. The first man collapsed before he even saw his attacker. The second turned, eyes wide with terror. A swift kick sent him sprawling to the ground. The last thief, his heart pounding in his chest, tried to run. He barely made it 2 steps before the shadow caught him, his grip like iron. What is this? Who's there? The thief stammered. Justice for Joro, came the quiet, steady reply. With the first light of dawn, the villagers discovered the truth. Not spirits, not curses, but men, thieves, who had used underground tunnels to rob them of their livelihood. Elder Jabali stood at the entrance of the tunnel, his gaze filled with pride and gratitude. It was no spirit, but the shadow who watches over us. The story spread through Joro like wildfire. A mystery unraveled, a guardian revealed. In the heart of the village, they spoke of the shadow, a warrior unseen, a protector who struck from the darkness. And as long as injustice lurked in the night, the people of Njoro knew one thing. The shadow would always rise again.
Hope will rise under the stars of the endless skies. Just begun.